Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this November the 27th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Monday out there so far. Everybody has a great Monday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Alrighty, in today's video, we're going to be talking about your low temperatures over the next few days, all the way through Sunday. This is going to be the overnight lows. These are not the high, but overnight lows. We're going to take a look at the forecast charts, your forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar, the watch and warning advisory map. Also, we're going to take a look at the Climate Prediction Center outlook for the next 3 months. And also, we're going to take a look at the snowfall totals as well across the lower 48. Alright, so if you're a new viewer and you have not subscribed to my channel, if you know anybody that want to join the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel, send them my way. Love to have them. Also, like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, as you can see here, we got a lot of 20s and 30s. We even got some teens and even some single digits over portions of the Minnesota, over towards the Great Lakes region. Also back down in the portion of Iowa. Even some teens all the way down as far south as Missouri, all the way over towards Indiana, Illinois region. So you got some single digits over here in portions of northern New Mexico. Also back over into, even got some teens as far west as Nevada. Also even back over toward Washington and Oregon State as well. 20s and 30s along coastal areas. Got some 50s right along the coastal waters region. Also down, we've got some 30s and 40s across South Texas. Also got 20s and 30s across the Carolinas, all the way back up into the Mid-Atlantic region. We got some 40s and 50s, maybe some 60s across South Florida around Miami for overnight lows tonight. Alright, let's move on to your this will be your Tuesday morning lows. Alright, now we're going to go with Wednesday morning lows. As you can see here, we got a lot of 20s and teens across the northeast United States, down into the mid-Atlantic region, southeast United States. You in the mid to upper 20s. We got more teens and 20s as far west as over here towards Utah, and also over toward Nevada. Also back over toward Washington, Oregon State as well. We also have over an area in Colorado and a single-digit region over here in portion of Wyoming and northern Wyoming as well, and also a couple in Idaho as well, some single digit temperature as well. We got the 40s and 50s central and northern Florida there. That's going to be pretty chilly for you guys. Also we got 40s stretching all the way down to almost southern Florida, 60 along coastal areas, 68 down toward Miami, and towards 61 in Miami, and 68 toward the Florida Keys region for an overnight low Wednesday morning. Alright, let's take a look at your Thursday morning temperature outlook. As you can see, temperatures are warming up just slightly, but not much. We got 71 degrees toward the Florida Keys, 64 down toward the Miami area. We got 20s and 30s still in the southeast United States, always stretching up into the portion of the mid-Atlantic. We got some teens up here in portion of northern Maine. We got 20s and 30s and teens also in the upper Midwest, also back over toward the Rocky Mountains, and also in the Central Plains as well. Alright, we got some low 30s and 40s along coastal areas of the California region. Even some 50s there as well, and even got some 30s, 40s, and 50s in Texas, and that stretches all the way over into a portion of Arkansas and Louisiana with some 30s and 40s, 50s along the Gulf Coast states as well. Alright, let's move on to your Friday morning temperatures as you be waking up. Temperatures starting to slowly rebound for the southeast, but still got the teens, 20s, and 30s. Pretty much the teens and 20s pretty much extended from over here near the Michigan region all the way back down toward northern Texas. Excuse me, all the way back into Nevada, portion of California, all the way back up into Washington State. The teens and 20s in that region. Also some single digits also are forecasted. So we got the 30s right along coastal areas over here in Washington, Oregon State. Also 30s and 40s along coastal California, almost in the 50s there, in southern California near the Baja region, California. And also we got more 50s and 60s along the Gulf Coast, over toward Florida region as well, back into the upper 30s, mid to upper 30s across the Carolinas and Georgia. And we got a swath of 40s extending from central Texas all the way up towards Indiana and over toward Ohio, all the way back into eastern Tennessee, and also toward the Atlanta metro area as well for overnight lows Friday morning. Alright, let's take a look at your Saturday morning temperatures. As you can see on Saturday morning temperatures, still got the teens and the single digits and 20s still in the United States, over toward Washington, Oregon State, portion of California, all the way down far south is Arizona, New Mexico, northern Texas, all the way back over toward the Chicago area, back over toward the northeastern United States. You got 20s and 30s and some teens there as well. South of there, you're back in the 30s and 40s across the mid-Atlantic, back down toward a portion of the south. Right along the Gulf Coast states, you see you're all in the 50s and 60s for overnight low, back into the upper 70s for the Florida Keys region, mid-70s for Miami, back into the mid-50s for the South Carolina toward Columbia there, 58 for the Outer Banks of North Carolina, lower 40s to upper 40s across portions of the mid-Atlantic. Forecast morning low temperatures. Pretty much still got the teens, 20s over in the Pacific Northwest, portion of California, and also back down in the portion of Arizona, 50s across the Carolinas, back down toward Texas, and also back down into the 70s for overnight lows, and 60s there as well across Florida and the Florida Panhandle region. These was your overnight low temperature for this coming week. Alright, let's take a look at your forecast for Tuesday now. This is the forecast graphics. You can see we got snow flying up here in southeast Canada, portion of South Canada, portion of Wisconsin, down to Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, all the way back over toward Maine as well. We got mixed precipitation up here around New Brunswick, also toward Newfoundland, also over toward Rhode Island as well, and Connecticut. We got some shower activity along the east coast of Florida. We got some shower activity across northeast Mexico, even a little bit right there in southern Texas and the Gulf of Mexico. We got some mixed precipitation, some showers over here in northwest California and off in the coastal waters, some thunderstorm activity. Elsewhere, remainder pretty quiet. Southwest, central, south, and southwest Canada looks good. All the way through Washington State, down to the Gulf of California. Much in Mexico looks good as well. All the way toward the Carolina, Virginia. All the way back up to Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota, and Dakota. Dry weather is forecast to dominate for your Tuesday, November 28th. All right, here's your Wednesday forecast. We still got snow over portion of South Canada, back through the Great Lakes region, portion of northern Michigan, through the Ohio River Valley, portions of Pennsylvania toward New York State, also back in the portion southeast Canada, just north of Maine. Got some mixed precipitation over here around Newfoundland area, and also a little bit in New York State, Great Lakes, up around Lake Erie and Lake Superior, getting a little bit of mixed precipitation there as well. We got shower and thunderstorm activity over Missouri, Kansas, all the way back down into central and south Texas, northeast Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico. We got snow flying over here in portion of New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah. Mixed precipitation elsewhere in Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. We got some rain shower along coastal California and the central California with some mountain snow there as well. Also northern California, some mixed precipitation. Also we got rain showers along coastal areas of Washington State. A little bit of snow up here in South Canada, stretching down to the portion of Montana. Elsewhere looks pretty quiet with dry conditions elsewhere across the board for a portion of southern and southwestern Canada through Washington, Oregon State, Nevada, the Gulf of California, much of Mexico, over toward the southeast, portion of the northeast United States, and also over toward the Dakotas as well. All of this activity is for your Wednesday, November 29th. Alright, let's move on to the Watches, Warning, Advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, you can see here we got freeze warnings in effect for southern South Carolina, much of Georgia, well, am I supposed to say southern and southeast Georgia, northern Florida, portions of Florida Panhandle, southeast Alabama. Special weather statements also in effect for portions of North Carolina, also up in the portion of Michigan, northern portion of Wisconsin. Winter storm warnings, winter weather advisory for northern Wisconsin, also in the northern Michigan, western Michigan, also in the portion of northeast Ohio, also in the portion of Pennsylvania, also in New York State. We have a, let's see, that's supposed to be, let's see, lake effect snow still going from New York State all the way down to the portion of northeast Ohio and also northwestern Pennsylvania. Wind advisories also been posted for portion of West Virginia, and portion of North Carolina. We got some high wind watches in effect for southeastern areas of Wyoming. Hydro issues over portion of eastern North Dakota and portion of Minnesota. Also, we have some let's see, freezing fog advisory over here in portions of Washington, Oregon State. And also we have some air quality alert, air stagnation advisory for portions of Idaho, Montana, Washington, Oregon State, and Northern California. Those freeze warnings still in effect for much of California, Central and Southern California. Some hydro issues along western areas of California. Small craft advisory still in effect for portions of Oregon and Northern California. Same over here from the Outer Banks of North Carolina with storm warnings to the north, always to portions of northern Maine. Alright, small craft advisory around central and southern portions of the Hawaii Chain Island, north side. You still got those flood watches in effect. We got winter storm watches, high wind watches in effect for central Alaska, special weather statements on coastal areas, and also the small craft advisories and coast storm warning along coastal areas of Alaska as well, with freezing spray warning to the northwest. Alright, let's move on to the Climate Prediction Center outlook for Alright, you can see here we got the seasonal outlook. This is for December, January, and February. The temperatures, we're expecting above normal temperatures for the next 3 months. From up here in northern Maine, all the way down to portions of North Carolina, all the way back over to the Pacific Northwest, even portions of California as well, with above normal temperature, near normal temperatures across portions of Colorado and also in the portion of New Mexico, North Texas, Arizona, Oklahoma, and portions of Kansas, and equal chances in the areas highlighted in white. That is equal chances of being near normal or slightly below normal or above normal. So that's somewhere in that range there. Alaska is going to be above normal. Let's see, the seasonal precipitation outlook. We still got below normal precipitation from up here in New York State to Illinois, all the way back far west of Washington, Idaho as well. Also well below normal precipitation over portions of Montana and Michigan. We got above normal precipitation extending over in portions of Oregon, all the way down to areas of New Mexico, Texas, all the way to the southeast United States, all the way back up to Rhode Island, also Connecticut, and the Boston area. Well above normal precipitation expected across the Carolinas, Florida, all the way back into portions of Louisiana and eastern Texas as well. We got above normal precipitation to the north of Alaska, equal chances inland, below normal south, equal chance of precipitation for portions of the southwest over into Texas, same from the northeast, all the way back to the Midwest, and also back to Washington, Oregon State as well. And finally, we're going to wrap it up with the snowfall total for the next 16 days for the per the GFS computer model. The heaviest precipitation will be over North Canada, Southern Canada, also back in the southwestern areas, extending all the way down to the Rocky Mountains, Sierra Mountains, all the way down into California, also portions of the New Mexico, also Colorado region as well, also up into portions of Idaho and also Wyoming. Some heavy precipitation may fall over portions of Arkansas into the western North Carolina mountains, all into portions of the Maine area as well. New Brunswick and also into portions of Newfoundland as well, and scattered activity maybe elsewhere across the area. Right now, I do not see any snow for the southeast at this time over the next 16 days. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. So enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing if you have not. We'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Monday evening, folks. Take care.